Well, that certainly wasn't the way we wanted the Vikings to start the season. 0-1, lost to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But I think we can all agree that the offensive line is what needs the most work. Okay, Kirk Cousins had no time in the pocket to pass, and when he did have time, nobody was open. So that is another red flag to kind of talk about later. But again, he had to scramble multiple times, a lot of play action, a lot of running outside the pocket. Still didn't work because that Tampa Bay defense found a way to utilize that corner blitz coming off the edge and really just keeping Kirk Cousins, how do you want to say it, just kind of confused. Really didn't know what to do with the ball. Quick split-second decisions. It wasn't great. That offensive line made no holes for Alexander Mattison at all. Okay, and we knew that was going to be a problem going into that one with Vita Vea and just how good that Tampa Bay defensive line is. But again, at the same time, this is the National Football League. Okay, you have 5 people on that offensive line. You'd think we'd be able to block and protect Kirk Cousins a little longer than maybe 1.5 seconds or whatever it was. I have no idea. He literally had no time back there. And I guess when he did have time, there was a couple balls that he threw there to Jordan Addison, that 39-yard touchdown pass. Justin Jefferson balled out. So there's some good things to look at, but at the same time, Ed Ingram isn't the answer at right guard. Okay, we need to fix this a little bit. Right? We need to do it right now. Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah all offseason was focusing on wide receivers. Let's add another wide receiver. It was getting real annoying. I even made a video about it. Okay, we're looking at the wrong pieces. We're adding the wrong pieces. We don't need wide receivers. We don't need 15 wide receivers in training camp. We need help at the offensive line. So let's focus on the offensive line. And he never did that. And yeah, we brought in Dalton Risner. I still am wondering about that situation. But I think it's time we look back at him again. Hopefully he can pass a physical. If he does, let's sign him ASAP. Because we play the Eagles this Thursday. And they arguably have one of the best defensive lines in the National Football League. And also, not some good news here coming out of Ari Mirov. The Vikings listed left tackle Christian Darrisaw with an ankle injury as a limited participant in practice today, while center Garrett Bradbury, who's dealing with a little bit of a back injury that's plagued him for the past 2 seasons because of a car accident that he was in, he did not practice today. So now there wasn't an actual practice. It's probably just a walkthrough, a lot of film study to kind of look at what went wrong in that game, which there was quite a bit that went wrong. 2 fumbles at the line of scrimmage. Okay, Kirk Cousins got to hang on to that one. Can't get stepped on by old Ed Ingram there, but that's Ed's fault, not Kirk's fault. Now, the Vikings play the Eagles and their defensive line on Thursday night in Philadelphia. It's going to be a tough one, so we have to fix that offensive line. So let's go sign somebody. Okay, let's look at the free agents real quick. Now, there's this list. Could be wrong, but I did go look on Spotrac to see who is still available on the free agent list, and it's not a big one. There's no big names, a lot of old guys, but if we look at it right here, I mean, you got Justin Poe at guard, 32 years old. You got Gabe Jackson, who's a guard, 31. I mean, a lot of old people on this list. I wouldn't sign Rodney Hudson. I feel like he's a little too old, plus he plays center. Austin Schlottman has played the last 2 seasons with us. I think he'll be just fine. But even if we don't sign any of these guys in free agency, it's time to make a trade. It's time to go out and look at other teams and see if we can find somebody ASAP. Because we already know that the Cleveland Browns just lost Jack Conklin, their left tackle, to an ACL injury, season-ending injury, so they're going to be looking for an offensive lineman as well. It's time that we beat them to the punch. We need to add pieces to that offensive line, and we need to do it ASAP. Hopefully by Thursday. I doubt that's going to happen. Kwesi thinks this team is spectacular. However, we've seen on the field against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers that was not, and I repeat, that was not the case. Okay, offensive line, massive issues. Do we fix it? You guys let me know in the comments what you think the Vikings should do. Also, drop a like and subscribe to the channel. It'd be much, much appreciated. Have a great rest of the night, folks, and Skol Vikes.